My name is Landon Potter. I've been playing music for about 8 years now. I'm mostly a guitarist, but I picked up the bass guitar and drums over the course of, like I said, 8 years. And music is my passion. It means everything to me. It's what I do on a daily basis, for at least an hour every day. But I play shows once a week, and I spend my entire life playing music and putting everything I know about life experience into what I write and what I create. Um, as far as music goes, songwriting is my specialty. I love writing music and sharing it with other people. It's what I think I'm meant to be doing while I'm here. And I just love music.
How'd you get started in music?
Santa Claus bought me a guitar when I was 13 years old, and I think about a year before that I had bought a bass guitar. I was traveling around and I went into a pawn shop, bought a bass guitar, and taught myself how to play. I took one guitar lesson and then decided that I was too stubborn to learn from somebody else, so I taught myself how to play. But it all started from loving punk rock bands from when I was just a kid. My older brother showed me, it was popular punk, like Blink-182 and those older bands, like early 2000s. That's what really got me inspired into wanting to play. So I played drums in the band Murphy and the Giant, and we've been together about a year. I've been in the band about a year. And I love working with other musicians. I've been doing it for a very long time, and working with other people is the best way to make fantastic music. It can be very hard to write a great song when you're alone, but when you have 4 or 5 good minds writing a song, you can create something that is out of this world. So I really enjoy playing with a band. A lot of the time I'll help write the songs. I'm not just a drummer. I'll bring my guitar and we'll sit down and we'll play for 2 hours until we find something that we enjoy. But as far as it goes for me, being alone, that's where I spend most of my time, is sitting at my house, playing an acoustic guitar, or just sitting down with a piece of paper and a pen and just writing lyrics, writing poems. That's where I've originated. I was a lyricist and a poet long before I played guitar.
You went to drums.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
So it's very fun, and that's how I put my emotions out, because sometimes it's hard to have all these built up emotions inside of you that you don't have an outlet for.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're able to write it down and then create a sound with your hands exactly how your mind and heart is feeling is one of the greatest experience. It's the greatest feeling, I think. I sat down last week and was writing a guitar riff that was just my emotion. It's exactly how I felt. I didn't write any words. It was just, this is how I'm feeling right now. And it was cool to actually put it into a sound. You can create emotions for yourself that other people can relate to and experience on the same level that you can.
Your storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're telling the story of your daily experiences. Playing cover songs is great because you can push a story a little further from another artist. But when you write it yourself from scratch, there's nothing like showing that to somebody who's never heard it before,
Yeah.
Something completely new.
So I'm with Music Makes Music. How'd you hear about us, and how are you getting involved with the program?
So I actually heard about you guys here. I was here to perform and sing a couple songs with my acoustic guitar, and I ran into Ella and made friends with her, and she was very confident. She came off very kind and just intelligent, which was awesome because I had a great conversation with her for the first time we ever met. And she brought up the fact that she really enjoyed what I played, and that she worked with this program called Music Makes Music, and that I could get involved. And she kind of sat me down and was like, do you like playing? She asked me if I had a story to tell people, and I told them that I did, and that I love telling stories with my guitar. How can I get involved with this? And she told me her story,
Mm-hmm.
and how she's trying to get involved with it, and
Yeah.
how it's meant to better people's lives.
Yeah.
It's not just, it's a charity, obviously, but it's supposed to improve the well-being of other people. And so that's what she kind of told me, and then meeting with you a couple days ago was kind of where I cemented what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, it's an outlet for a younger generation to learn how they can be better people in the future.
Has music influenced you or helped you out with things during your middle school and high school years? Or, has it been an outlet for you in such a way, and how?
Yeah, absolutely. Music is my medication. From a very young age, I had brutal anxiety that would just cripple me, and
Okay.
it caused me to be depressed and just have all sorts of problems in my life. I was bullied a lot. I was in the shadows for a very long time, and it was my outlet. I would go to school, and I would come home, and I would feel horrible. I'd feel miserable. I hated what was happening to me. I hated how I was being treated and how I felt all the time. And so I would sit on my bed and play guitar. For middle school years, I would play 4 hours a day. I'd just sit on my bed and play for 4 hours. I'd get home, I'd put the guitar on my chest and play, and I'd fall asleep and wake up the next day with a guitar on my chest. So it was my outlet for just how we're feeling as kids, When you're a kid, you don't fully understand what's going on, but it's a great outlet. It's a great way to experience yourself from a different viewpoint, You can feel deep inside with your heart and with your mind, but when you can actually reciprocate it into a song or an art, not just music, but an art form, it's a great way to work through your issues, Playing guitar, writing what you feel, and being able to sing about it and wail about it with your strings, it lets you release that emotion, so you're not, it's not all tight and kept wound inside your heart and your mind.
It's an outlet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's music has saved my life, hands down. It really has.
You play drums and guitar?
Yeah, drums, guitar, and bass.
Okay. Vocals, sing at all?
Yeah, singing is probably what I'm best at, honestly. I was in choir for 3 years in high school, but when I was young, people told me, like my peers in middle school especially, told me that I couldn't sing, that I had a horrible voice. And so Frank Sinatra said, and this is, it's kind of a negative thing that he said, but the greatest revenge is massive success. So you sit there and you practice and you just sing all the time, when you're in the shower, when you're in the car, like whenever you can. And so I taught myself how to sing, from being in choir, but because I felt like I needed to sing to make my music the best that it could be. And people brought me down, people laughed at my face when I was singing to them. And it motivated me. It really pushed me to learn how to sing. And over the course of, 6 years of being a consistent singer, I've really developed a skill set when it comes to, I love it.
Are you the only one in your family? Like, do you have a musical background in your family?
None of my family are musicians.
Interesting.
For generations, my mom and dad, none of them are musicians. My dad's tone deaf. My mom has no clue what's going on. They gave my siblings piano lessons when we were kids, but I never took piano lessons. They kind of gave up on that because all my other siblings just couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
And I decided that, when I found guitar, when I started actually getting decent, I found that it was my calling, And it was weird to them because none of them understood. It was all about sports. It was all about, just school. But music was like my thing, for my whole family. And they loved to listen to me sing and play for them around holidays and whatnot, just hang out.
Which famous musicians do you admire or have you learned from?
Ooh, that's a good question.
And why?
I love Dave Grohl. He's one of my favorite musicians of all time. He's definitely an inspiration to me.
He's awesome.
Drums, just let alone one of the greatest drummers you can ever see.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also got one hell of a voice, and he's a great guitar player. And he sits down and he makes these videos that kind of explain, you don't become a great musician because you force yourself to go into a spotlight. You become a great musician because you work on it every single day.
You're playing a gig tonight here. What's this all about? What are you doing here?
Oh, this is an open mic. When I first moved to Utah, I'm from Colorado originally. I came here and split up with my girlfriend like 3 months into living here, and I had nothing to do except for that one outlet of playing music. So I ran into an old friend actually out here, and he told me of a few open mics, and I came here to High Point Coffee and played my first open mic in Salt Lake City. And I played here every day, every Saturday for about 6 months, and started playing open mics all over the city. 4 or 5 times a week I'd be at a different coffee shop playing for people. And I met so many musicians from doing that, and that's how I got into my band. But just being able to see a whole brand new set of faces every time you went to a coffee shop and show them your music is super exciting to me, you know, because you get a different
It's like a
reaction.
new city. It's like just new venue. You're on tour.
Yeah,
in your own
exactly.
city.
In your own city, you know.
Smart.
Every other day, every day, you know, you get a new experience. So.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have much more to say. So.
Cool.
But
Well, thanks.
say it with my guitar. Yeah.
Thank you.